What's up, gamers, and welcome to another episode of Seven Nights, where we go over the next update for August the 24th, and then followed by that, we'll hear your complaints. So let's see what we have going on today. So, of course, they're going to briefly tell you that on the 96th update, we have added a new special pet, a new pet step up summon, a new special hero synthesis system, new awakened costumes, and much more. So let's check out what's going on. So, first off, they have a new pet, Jev. So let's see what he actually does. So basically, we'll just start with the 6-star version because that's what really matters. Increases physical attack of all allies by 15%. Increases damage for the 5 target attacks of all allies by 30%. Increase the crit damage of all allies by 15%. So this is more kind of a maybe an arena kind of thing. So that's cool. I'm not really a huge pet collector, but if you're into it, there you go. And they actually made a step up summon for the pet, which is kind of a unique thing. Usually it's a step up summon for a hero. This time it did it for a pet. I'm personally not going to do that because I'm not really a pet collector, but it's a thing. But at least you're guaranteed to get them by doing the step ups, summon. So long as you do it 7 times, you'll be able to get them for sure. And this basically tells you how much it costs. First and second is 200 rubies, third and fourth are 250, and fifth through seventh is 300. And then you get bonuses, obviously. So the fourth time you do it, you get 50k gold. The fifth time, you get a 4-star pet summon ticket. And then the seventh time, you get the actual pet. And then, of course, you have a new hero synthesis. So the special synthesis is backed by popular demand. So this is the one where you can get a 6-star special hero ticket through sacrificing 7 normal heroes that are 6 stars. And that's actually what it says here. It costs 300,000 gold, 6-star normal hero times 7. You can only do it once a month. So apparently this was a huge hit. I actually did it once too, and it was alright. I ended up getting a 7-night that I already had at 46, so it honestly didn't even matter, but it's a thing. New awakened costume for Mr. Chancellor. So I'm not sure how popular these guys have become. I've seen a few in Arena, but I don't know if it's really worth getting him a costume. If he happens to be one of your favorites and you happen to like this outfit, go for it. They also did the same thing for Ryan, so those of you who are huge fans of Ryan, go ahead and pick up his costume if you like. And then May's Lucky Box is back, which is basically the one thing I always do. You know, I get the $10 package, I believe it is, or $9.99, and just get a ton of rubies and topaz. Pretty good deal. And then afterwards, you have Alice's gifts. So as you spend money, you can get items. This case, if you spend money on the game, you're gonna get awakening shards for heroes, which is fantastic actually. So it's worth spending the money. And then moving right along, you got a hero pet acquisition rate up for Jev basically, and for Ryan. So you have a better chance of getting him out of random pulls. Your bait buff heroes are Child, Ballista, Ashura, and Jake. And Guild War restrictions, right now, none of the people that I currently use in my arena team, which means that I'll have a full squad. So, pretty happy about that. Moving along, we got miscellaneous stuff, so in game adjustments. So, the term lethal attack, which has always been confusing to a lot of people, basically they have more or less defined them. So first off, lethal attack increases the chance to attack the enemy with low hit points or cast a skill. Additionally, inflicts more damage than normal attack. So basically, I guess it's more of a targeting system. So increases the chance to attack the enemy with the lowest HP. Um, so, and then lethal rate basically increases the rate of lethal attack to be activated. So basically, it's just a time thing. And lethal damage increases. So basically, lethal damage increase means that if you were to do a lethal attack, it would deal more damage. So that's what's going on there. New territory and exploration has been extended. So basically, the point that they're pointing at right now, if you're to do this, you will basically get 3, free hero tickets, which is completely worth it in my opinion. I've been able to take advantage of this a lot to do a lot of ranking up, fusing, things of that nature. Really, really good deal. I'm glad that they kept it open. Moving along, not really a whole lot of exciting things going on this update, in my opinion. So I wonder if there's even going to be much complaint. So let's see what the world has to say, because this is what you actually want to see, right? So 1,800 rubies on step up summon for a 4-star pet. Wow. And why is it? Why isn't it with pet pools, but hero pools? And will we ever see a sale on costumes upon release again? So basically, he's talking about how more or less it's too expensive to get just a pet, and I'm not really gonna hate on this complaint. I mean, it is kind of a lot to get a pet, but it is a special pet, so maybe that's a thing right there. And then will they ever see a sale on costumes upon release again? I'm sure you will. It's just right now they're just spitting out so many new heroes and this and that they just haven't thought about doing sales lately. It's kind of a thing. But you have more chances to get rubies and topaz these days, so it may not even be necessary. Next person says, "Oh, are you unhappy with it? I'm elated as F." Well, you know what that means. That they're giving us a guaranteed special pet. I've used 8,000 rubies before to get Rudy's pet and didn't get any special pet. I got Big Toe from my S chest, but nothing from Ruby's. 1,800 is nothing for the 7 Nights pet. Well, there you have it. So, in other words, quit your complaining. This is a guarantee, and it's a lot cheaper than what it's been lately. So, this guy's got a good point. Guy or girl. Next person says, Yan he da bisa dipilih lawat explode selector beam ya yigdi combine. Okay, so clearly this is in another language that I don't understand. So moving on. How about exploration with pet as reward? 10 on top of that. I don't really think it's necessary. I actually kind of like getting the 6-star heroes times 3 better. So no, we don't need to include pets. Now it says, how you dare to call improvement the separate keys tab in mailbox? It was such a bug screw up. Mailbox was so perfect, and then you ruined it so badly. So now people are complaining that they put the keys back to being separate. That's a stupid complaint. Whatever. I mean, I honestly I didn't think the whole key removal thing was a big deal to begin with, but a lot of people complained about it, so the company decided to be nice and separate it to calm down all the complainers. Now some other person decides to complain about the fact that they moved it back. So yeah, this just goes to prove that you can't please everybody. People always find a reason to complain, and this is one of those examples. Um, there's really no reason to complain about this, and if they're really trying to complain about this, they should have complained about it during the last update, because this key thing was not on this update, that was on the previous. So you're a little late there, buddy. Moving along. How isn't it an improvement? It'd be great to if they could place the raid materials in the right tab, though. It's a bit of a pain right now. Either I just can't read or grammar is just not a thing. I don't know. Maybe I just don't get it. We're just going to move on. Next person says, because before they touch it, we could get all raid items at once. And now we have to pick each chest one by one. And there is even more. Now are three more times, 3 chests per dragon. Besides, since they changed it, mailbox is buggy. A lot of times it's empty when it is not. Need to reopen is slow. A huge screw up. Besides, having keys separate is pointless. If you want to save them, you pick all the keys and reach 10k keys like the rest of the people. So, summing that up, more or less, he's saying that it's very buggy, which I haven't really noticed anything buggy about collecting the items, so I'm not really sure what he's talking about. Um, The separation of keys things, again, apparently there's a big divide. There's a lot of people who like the combination, there's a lot of people who hate it, apparently. And this is actually the first time people have actually talked about the keys being by themselves. Because when they combined everything, no one spoke up as far as, oh man, you know, um, I'm so glad that the keys are still where they are. No one responded to everybody complaining about the keys. Now that the keys have been adjusted to suit the ones that complain, now everybody wants to start an uproar about the keys. It's freaking stupid. It really is. I don't know what everybody's problem is. I know what everyone's problem is. They just like to complain. Moving along. I'm not so sure about that. For people who are serious about the game, they try to keep their key below their max capacity so that they will always get the one key 10-minute regen. So separating the key is definitely a good thing and more preferred by these kind of players, including me. Personally, this does not apply to me, mainly because I always have over 1,000 keys anyway. This is more for the person who only plays this game and who has more time to play it. I obviously play about 4 or 5 different games at once, and I work a full time job. So, since I don't necessarily have time to play as much, I don't suffer this lack of key issue. But for this person here, I mean, he does make a decent point that for those who like to play a lot, this is kind of their way of, I guess, constantly regenerating their stamina when they want to continue to play again. So that's like one of the most decent complaints I've heard, I guess, or responses. Serious players save keys during the week and spend all the weekend when the drop rate is higher. Mm, so now they're trying to debate what is considered a serious player. And honestly, that's really not. That's more of an opinion. There's no set in stone though. This is a serious player. Like that's just opinion. Um, Serious players, or we'll just say devoted players, have all different play styles. There's no one thing that can differentiate what makes a serious player, and keys has nothing to do with it. This is more about how often you play in general, how you play. Do you log in every day? Like to me, if I had to define what a serious player was, if we're gonna use that term, a serious player is someone who logs in every day, or at least almost every day, because sometimes life happens, and they do their daily stuff. Maybe not all of them all the time, but they're at least playing, they're participating, they're doing Castle Rush, they're doing Guild War. They're actually participating in events and just playing the game almost daily. That's a serious player. Keys has nothing to do with it. So people are just kind of being over dramatic, basically. So which territory are you talking about? Because the territory 8 until 12, the drop rate remains the same throughout the week. Only the drop rate in Asgard is different depending on the days. And I think the other person was probably talking about maybe the hot time. Maybe that's the increase they mean. So I don't really know. I don't. And that's really pretty much it for page one. And we're not going to go on because we only do one page at a time. So, to be perfectly honest, just to sum all this up, this was kind of a lackluster update with lackluster complaints. I mean, everybody's really going back and forth about the whole key issue, which I think is ridiculous. And then trying to say, serious players do certain things. Like, no, like, serious players, keys is not an issue. Keys is not a thing. So, I mean, yeah, you need keys to play the game, obviously, but you'll always get what you need to at least be able to play. Whether you're someone who plays a lot or just logs in for like an hour or two and then leaves. You know what I mean? And I'm kind of one of those persons that logs in for about an hour or two and leaves because, I have a million other things to do in life. And I always have tons of keys, so I'm never worried. So this is going to be kind of a short video because there's just not much going on. But, I did say during the podcast that I was going to start doing these videos every Thursday, which is, basically the morning of the updates or the morning after the update. So I'm going to try to do this every Thursday for you guys and for me because I think it's fun. And also, speaking of the podcast, for those of you who have been watching the OG podcast on Twitch TV, we have changed our schedule to be every Wednesday at 10 a.m. So for those of you, and this is Central Standard Time. So those of you that are up, on the way to work or just want something to listen to about video games, look up Twitch TV. The handle is gonna be Handy Kill Cam. That's my co-host is for the podcast. He's the one that kind of has his Twitch channel. I don't have a Twitch channel myself, so me and him kind of just log in together. We discuss video game topics, and also you can check out his YouTube channel. Handy Kill Cam is on my list of people that I subscribe to. So if you go to my subscribers, you'll see Handy Kill Cam on there. Click it, and you'll see some of our past uh, podcasts as far as video games is concerned. So check them out on YouTube. Check them out on Twitch. We'll see you next Wednesday for the next podcast. And as far as this video is concerned, we're going to go ahead and sign off. You guys take it easy. See you next Thursday.